Welcome to TBD Podcast, where art and media seems to be determined by culture and vice versa. Here on TBD, we invite guests to have conversations on popular media, whether it be memes, art, or music, and how it's reflective of what's going on around us. So, this is our first episode. I'm Renzo,
I'm Lana.
and we're just going to be introducing ourselves for today.
I mean, why did we decide to start this podcast out of all other podcasts? Like,
I think we decided to do this podcast just because, like, modes of art, whether it be visual or even music, something we listen to, is something that we have in common. And I think what we're going to talk more about ourselves today is the perspectives that we bring in to those different types of media and how we reflect on it, especially on how we look at things in our world and what's been going around in our world today. So I think this podcast gives us a great platform to be able to talk about um, what's going on around us and how it relates to ourselves and all of that. So, if you'd like to start with who you are.
sure. Like I said, I'm Alana. I am currently a senior at NJIT. I study both theater and communications. I'm a double major, and I've just always really loved like art, media, kind of just all of that stuff. It's kind of weird, my origin story or whatever, but I originally, when I was a kid, I would always like, watch music and, watch shows, but I was really into like crime shows. So when I first, saw like shows like Criminal Minds or like NCIS, I always wanted to be like a medical examiner. And just because I thought they were like they had the coolest personalities, and I didn't really take into account like the actual job aspect of it, like
It always looks
doing
cool on
like
TV, that's
like
why.
yeah, right. TV is such a myth maker, but like it just I don't know the way that it was portrayed. They always had the coolest personalities, but I when I realized what the job actually was, I think I was just thinking about like death and kind of like uh how we think about it and kind of when we're like when someone is going to their death, it's kind of the sense of urgency, like, oh my god, like I don't have enough time, like I haven't done enough things in my life in order to be able to leave my mark or my imprint on so many people around me, or and not even just like that aspect of fame like a celebrity, but even if like just family and friends and just the community that you're in type of thing. So I think from then on, I've always wanted to kind of, be content and make other people content with the content that I wanted to create and content that I was making. So that's why I just like, got into the arts, and then as a whole, it just made me like a more confident person. So, yeah.
Yeah. I loved it hearing about the medical examiner turning into communications. It's such a weird transition. um,
Yeah.
but I guess I'm gonna talk about myself now. I'm Renzo, and like Alana, I'm a senior architecture major. And reason why I got into architecture as a kid, I had a cousin who was actually um, studying architecture, and he's a working architect now in Dubai. But um, I've always just been inclined to like creative things, and I think just architecture became a practical, creative thing, at least to my parents, or I guess even to me. And the aspect of architecture that I love is just how it's related to everyone. Like, without a doubt, everybody's interacting with the built environment. And because it deals with people, I love how buildings can shape the culture that it's around in and vice versa and reflect it. And so That can manifest in the actual building itself, or even just drawings of those things and stuff like that. And so um, I always love that aspect of that in architecture.
Oh, it's cool. I think this podcast is a good way for like us to discuss not only our relationship with art and media and just like the culture, but like also explore how other people interpret other media and stuff like that. And also like kind of the societal relationship with art
Mm-hmm.
and in that aspect. Like I know you're in architecture, but do you have like a favorite type of like media, like writing, poetry, like I don't know, stuff like that?
I think right now I'm really into painting. This is one of them. Um, and
Okay.
I think more so because, as opposed to any form of like art media, it feels the least rigid to me. Although like the stuff that I paint feels kind of rigid with the geometries, but like the form of it with like a paintbrush, it feels organic in the movement, um, and so it's definitely a step away from me doing my architecture work, being on like the computer just doing CAD work and lines and stuff like that, um, and apart from a pencil. So it's been stress relieving to say the least. um, and yeah, and just exploring that. How about you?
Yeah, that's where you got me. Besides video, it's like when you like something so much that it becomes like how people describe your personality. Like, oh my
Yes.
God, it's the cat lady. Like, it's the lady who buys the tomatoes at the supermarket. Yeah, that's me. With like, oh my God, it's the girl who loves video. And like, don't get me wrong, I love other types of media like writing and poetry, but I think there's just such a come up
Mm-hmm.
from video in the sense that like especially platforms like YouTube, Twitch, like people have done so many things with video and now because of COVID, I feel like that has skyrocketed a little bit like more.
Right.
Um
You know, like,
yeah,
sorry, but
yeah.
in our architectural reviews for class, like a lot of people have been using video to present their work, and so I think you're right, especially in the time today where physical drawings, at least for class, my classes, is harder to show ideas, and so video became is becoming a more apparent way to show your concepts and your work. And so yeah, video is
I think
definitely useful right now.
yeah. I think that kind of stems from too, like because we all have to like socially be distant. Like that's like the closest thing that we get to tangibility in like the physical world in terms of like connecting with other people and connecting with like each other. Um, so I don't know. So yeah.
Yeah, speaking of tangibility, I want to go back to the aspect of architecture, and it just popped back into my head of like why it is something that's important to me. And I just remembered, um, like, to add on to it. So like architecture is something everybody encounters whether they choose to or not, and I kind of said that earlier, but it is because it is always around. The impact of where someone is can really heavily affect their behavior, and focusing like with what we're talking about today, focusing on artists, whether they be the average kid creating memes or like the next big artist person, the responses to their environment often yield like a commentary about what they are surrounded by, and like what we're going to talk about today. And so on the other hand, the responses to the environments that people are in can also create the change to those environments. Like you can see, like someone's painting can spark something else to another person, and stuff like that. And so the aspect of being able to elicit change and start conversations through media as a response to the world around us is kind of what led me to be with this podcast. And so, yeah, I'm excited for us to delve into different topics and different medias that we can talk about. And I think we could use that as a transition to something that we'll be looking at today. And that is
Bernie Sanders.
Bernie Sanders. And I know for everybody who's listening or watching, this is something that's kind of out of date, but just bear with me as I share the screen. So this, let me maximize my view. So this is the picture in question. So basically, Bernie got caught slipping, or was he even slipping? We don't know. But it was President Biden's inauguration, and Bernie Sanders was caught in this very funny picture with his mittens on, his coat on, in this folding chair, legs crossed, arms crossed. And do you want to speak on it first, or do you want me to speak on it first?
Um, well, I just think this meme and like all other memes are really interesting because they start of like as something normal, like humane, like a simple action, a simple phrase,
Mm-hmm.
a simple facial like expression can be used to like put into context to so many other situations.
Yeah. And I think just because it's Bernie Sanders, he's a pretty iconic political figure. And the inauguration being a very momentous part in U.S. politics, U.S. history, the way that his body language kind of looks seems like it's out of place. And I think that's been like the motivation for a lot of the memes that's been going around is how he just looks out of place, or maybe he is supposed to look the way that he does in the place that he's in, because again, like, we have the pandemic going on, it's outside, everybody's trying to social distance, and so him with a coat and mittens, he's just trying to be as comfortable as he can be, if anything. But I think from this article that I'm showing right now, one of the things that they discussed was this is kind of a response to, I think, Ted Cruz as he was passing by, and then the photographer shot this shot and panned to him during that moment. And I think within the context of when this shot was taken, it was him in a way kind of showing disgust towards Ted Cruz. But taken out of context, he could be doing a whole lot of many things, and we'll show that some more in a little bit. I'm sorry, you're frozen for me, Alana.
Oh no, you're kind of jumping in and out as well, to
Oh,
be
okay.
honest. Um,
Oop, got a text message. Did you want me to show your memes?
yeah, and then we can show the thing that you have prepared as well.
Yeah. So, I mean, we'll start with yours.
Yeah, this is just. I mean, many of you have probably seen this around going on around Twitter, Instagram. It's just burning different places. Like I said, this is just part of the meme culture that it's like it's just him, selling in different spots. He's selling T-shirts. He's on a ski slope. He's on the train on the light rail, and he's on
Yes.
the moon. Like
I love how they put
so,
the
it's
little helmet
like
too.
yeah. But I don't know. I just think it's so interesting how simple things can be um used for like comedic value.
Mm,
Um, and again, it just comes to the idea that it's like, I don't know, I feel like we're trying to build this relationship over something and someone that a lot of people really like.
mm-hmm.
And we're trying to, I don't know how to explain it. Like we're trying to just, even though it's for laughs and giggles and, we're also trying to, I mean, all memes kind of have this thing where it's like some context of why people made the meme in the first place.
Right.
Like, uh,
To add on to what you were saying, I definitely agree that like Bernie, especially in this photo, being put in different places, like takes this political figure of importance, and everybody, not I don't want to say everybody likes, but like a lot of our generation liked at least, and kind of puts everybody together in one plane. Like someone so iconic or of importance in politics is in a way kind of being reduced down to doing regular activities, and it makes them feel a lot more human. And to tie it into at least for me, to an architecture standpoint, like a person being put in different places, like what I was saying earlier, affects how you view them. Like the aspect of Bernie being in the light rail or the subway versus him in the moon, like those are two different people, you know. But also Bernie being in a subway as he is kind of also changes what a subway, like the implications of what a subway is as well. Like, oh, even politicians take the subway, kind of thing. I don't know about everybody being able to go to the moon, but I think that's pretty awesome. And I think I'll show the meme that I was talking about specifically in terms of how where you are kind of affects um, how you make space. And so this one was my favorite one, and I'm just gonna let it play. I'm gonna mute myself and let it play. Oh,
¿Dónde está Bernie? Está en el parque. ¿Dónde está Bernie? Está en la granja. ¿Dónde está Bernie? Está en la biblioteca. ¿Dónde está Bernie? Está en el restaurante. ¿Dónde está Bernie? Está en la escuela. ¿Dónde está Bernie? Está en la piscina. ¿Dónde está Bernie? Está en el supermercado. ¿Dónde está Bernie? Está en el zoológico. ¿Dónde está Bernie? Está en la juguetería. ¿Dónde está Bernie? Está en el gimnasio. ¿Dónde está Bernie? ¿Dónde está Bernie?
all right. I'll bring back this photo just because it's funny. I just realized I was still muted. So I brought back this photo just because the video is the video. But that video just reminded me of this concept in architecture of buildings aging in place, at least from what I've learned. And that aspect or concept of a building aging in place basically means just like once a building gets built, how does it affect where it's at over time? And like the video of the Spanish lesson, like putting Bernie Sanders in different places, made me think of that concept, like the impact of a person in the specific context that they're in and how that affects that context and vice versa, and how that place affects Bernie Sanders at where he's at. And I think the mode of it being the Spanish lesson of like figuring out where places are in Spanish. Like to me, I don't speak Spanish, but I've taken some Spanish growing up, and so I can relate to that video in a sense of like that's something that I've seen before, and seeing Bernie Sanders as like a pneumatic device to learn language, like ¿Dónde está Bernie? Bernie está en la biblioteca. He's in the library. Who the frick knows? And like because Bernie's so memorable, like in terms of the Spanish lesson in a micro level, like I can remember words better because it's using Bernie Sanders as the subject of it. And so, yeah, like I just thought it was just really funny.
Kind of also like I don't know why this is so weird, but it also kind of reminded me of like just the idea of like you're gonna think this really weird of like product and consumer intention.
Mm,
So like for example, when a company makes a product, they already have an intended use for why that product is being made,
right.
or so based on user demand or based on, well, we think this is good for societal use, but instead it gets used for someone else, like something else, once the user finds out that there's different things that the product is good for besides what it was intended for.
Hmm.
Like in this case, even though memes may be used for comedic value, this school or teacher or this institution decided to use it for educational purposes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And
So
and I think that's totally related to everything that we've been talking about today, like how media and even teaching tools can be reflective of what's going on around us. Like as a teacher, whoever made this video, or if you're going to use that video to be able to teach, like relating it to what's going on right now, or at least at the time when the meme was out. I think it's still relevant. Like a teacher is able to relate to their students as they teach, and I think like yeah, it makes it more tangible. And if the teacher, like for me, when I was just thinking about it, like I remember being in fifth grade and my Spanish teacher using like these pictures from the '90s about like clothing, and like '90s clothes don't look the same as 2000s clothes, so you're just like, why are we learning something old? Um, and so yeah, I think you're right. The idea of the product for the intended use, um, like using media right now or reflecting what's going on around us and leveraging it to teach, at least in the teacher's standpoint, um, is definitely helpful for students.
yeah, because I think that media is still like still part of consumerism and still part of like that whole
Oh, for sure.
idea.
All right, so yeah, and so with that, like, I'm excited for what's gonna go on for the next episodes when we invite other people to join the conversations about the medias that we're looking into, because then they could offer a different perspective to like what we were just talking about, like that idea of teaching with as a pneumatic device with the memes that we just looked at. Like, I would love to hear about that from a teacher themselves, or any other person that we invite. And I think it could be a real special way for us to delve into and jump into the rabbit hole of these different memes or different medias, and to learn more about our culture in that way. I don't know what
Yeah,
else you
especially
think.
since I think that's a good way of putting it, actually, because the guests that we may be having on this show are not going to just be of artistic backgrounds. They're going to be of like scientific backgrounds, mathematical backgrounds. Um, so I think it's it all kind of comes together in the end
Hmm.
to form the world that we live
Yes.
in. Um, so it's definitely, I won't be surprised if when we talk to these guests, it's gonna like click. It's gonna click like a puzzle
Hmm.
of these things.
And also comment below, because this is going to be on YouTube. Comment below if you want any other topics that you'd like for us to talk about, and what kind of other different perspectives you may want to see, and if you liked our podcast or not. And so,
I mean, if you didn't like it, you don't have to.
yeah, if you didn't like it,
say
please spare our
yeah.
feelings. We have feelings too. And please, we invite you to make memes. Just don't make mean memes.
Yes, I'll post. I'll post for one right now. Okay, go ahead.
Yes.
You have permission.
And so, with that, we're going into TBD more. We swear it's not a ripoff of something else. So, talking about art and media, we're going to play a game. And it's from this website called Gartic Phone. And basically, it's Pictionary. And so hopefully the next time we come, we'll have more people in the list. But yeah.
Yeah, this is. I haven't really like heard of this before, but yeah, let's get into it.
Let's get into it. I'm clicking start. Also, just making sure that you clicked your stream, that you're streaming the game also on your end, so that you can record your point of view.
I am.
Okay. Clicking start. Oh, yes. We really want to continue. I hate the suggestions because, like...
I'm just gonna mute myself, so...
Why?
Oh. I know. I'm not gonna look at yours.
Okay.
Come on.
I don't know what to do right now. I will do... I'm gonna apologize now because this might be difficult.
Okay. Oh my.
Who are these people?
Oh my god. I thought that we were friends. How can you make me draw this? Okay. First off, what the hell does this even look like? Alright,
Well, you keep naming people that I don't know. Are these just like...
I mean, okay, but you don't. It doesn't need to be a person. What is that like word also for?
You're so true. Oh my gosh.
Right?
My first thought,
Interpretation.
my first thought though, like Olive from Popeye. Because you know what you wrote. I could talk about it. So that's
Yeah.
That was what I was gonna draw. I think I'll draw that. But
Okay, if you're watching me draw, like,
I'm not watching. You draw, don't worry.
please keep in mind.
But they are.
But also, like, to the viewers, I'm not an artist. Yeah, I'm not an artist. So, like, I remember one time I was in art class and she was like, "Oh, grade yourself." I gave myself a B plus for effort, and she really gave me a B plus.
Wow. You should have gave yourself an A. You're too honest.
Yeah, but I wanted to be critical. Like, I wanted to get better.
I'm gonna draw everything out of scale just because I think it's funny. Then again, I'm not really that funny. I'm not even funny. I don't think I'm funny. Why am I thinking that I'm funny?
I think you're funny.
Thanks. That's really nice of you to say.
That was such a late reaction. Like, oh, okay.
I had to process it because I couldn't believe that you really said that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. No, no. No. I got distracted.
I'm like,
oh my gosh.
That was my goal all along. No.
Ah! I lost my drawing.
You
It's
deleted
over.
it?
No, it's over. I can't even try anymore. It just disappeared. We'll watch the video later and then you'll see
No.
how it went. It's I so this is what happened. I selected the paper. I'll just play it and then you could just see it.
First off, when we're doing this, I look at this trash. Why is
No,
a
but
shark floating? In what water?
but it's in the rainforest. It could have been whatever.
I know,
You'll-
but why does the cake look like a ship?
I don't know. You drew that. You're gonna be so
Because that's in
disappointed.
the last 2 seconds.
You're gonna be so disappointed with mine, and then it'll
Okay,
it'll
okay,
show
let's go.
my whole. Uh, ready?
Oh my god.
It started off okay. See, look, and then I just clicked and clicked and clicked, and it just turned into a square.
Wait, but before everything like went haywire and malfunction on you, it was really good.
I know there was a banana peel and the start of a head, and then I
Like-
just
The- Dude, my banana peel is literally 3 lines. Yours is like a whole like 3D figure.
banana peel. New turn.
Yeah.
Oh shoot! I keep clicking on on the Discord instead of the link. I'm done.
Okay. Start the story. Oh my god. Okay, have fun with that one.
Same to you.
Oh wow, okay. Is that a threat?
Maybe.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
This is gonna
Oh
look
my
somewhat
God.
phallic.
You're never gonna see more than a stick figure from me. I'm just trying to let you know.
That's fine. That is absolutely
Okay.
fine. How do you draw? I mean, I can't. Gotta do some lettuce, you know.
Oh my god.
What?
Oh my god. Please. Please. My the only shape I'm good at drawing is freaking circles.
It's okay. You're over here having me draw freaking dongs.
Okay, when you say it like that, gee.
I got a bunch of weenies. It goes so fast this time.
I know. I can't. Oh my god. Alright, I'm just handing it. It's so bad. It's so bad. Take the shark one over this one any day.
I think it's clear.
I already
Ready?
know yours. I already know yours is gonna be good, so I'm already upset. Go ahead, show me.
What about you drew?
Mine is so bad. They look like potato bags.
Yes. Wait, but like yours kind of look like Goldilocks looks like a burger. You
You know
got
what it
burgers in
was?
your
You know
head?
what it was? No, but you know what it was? I was first gonna put the triangle dress, like the
Oh,
sign, the universal
yes.
sign, and I was like,
I
no,
see what you mean.
F those standard. And then I was like, I tried to draw like her shoulders and
Yeah,
shirt, but then the time really ran away, and I was like,
but
you know what?
the
Fuck it,
part
everyone's gonna be circles.
for we tried to be non-gender conforming. We tried. It's okay.
Right.
It's the thought that counts.
I'm just not good at art. I'm
I,
just not good at
I love
art.
how you questioned yourself too. Like, really?
Yeah, I stopped and I was like, no.
All right, want to see mine?
Yeah.
Oh, I should have put that day instead of today.
I like it, but the hot dogs just look like regular like raindrops because there's no buns.
Wait, so okay, hot dogs to me is just the sausage.
No, hot dogs to me are just like I don't know,
The
it's like
whole
the whole
thing.
like composition.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's like a hot dog. I mean, once the thing gets in the bun, you don't say hot dog in a bun, you just say hot dog.
But what do you just call the hot dog? It's just also a hot dog.
I mean, you just call it a wiener. I don't know. Like when people sell hot dogs, but no, but it's true. Like
You're not
when
wrong.
people
Yeah,
sell hot
yeah, yeah.
dogs, like,
Hey, just say hot dogs, not hot dogs with bun. You're right. Maybe I'm just
right?
weird. Um, we're at 40 minutes. Should we do one more?
Yeah, one more.
All right. Ooh, let's make this a good one.
These, the ones
The
they start off with are
suggestions.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine is like manicure. You get the asylum. What the hell? Okay.
Mine was kid in the
Um,
kitchen.
are mine crazier than yours?
I think
Okay.
mine previously was worse. But I forgot it. I feel like I don't know what it is about me and the animals, but you got another animal one going for you.
I just typed in anything because my brain. I had a major brain fart, like major. Oh my god,
Huh?
dude! Dogs from your cloud. Okay.
I guess.
Oh my god.
What is
Are
that?
you judging my thing when you look like yours is penguin surfing on an alligator?
Yeah.
Hmm. Why do you say it like it's a normal thing?
Could
Like, have you seen that before?
maybe. No. Absolutely not. Like this dog running up clouds, like is running it up like it's like threatening it. Like he is running up to it like, yo, what's up? What's good? But
I think I just thought of. I had the major brain fart. I just thought of Spider Pig, and I was like, let's make it a dog in a cloud.
oh my gosh.
Okay, I'm done.
I totally Huh?
Like from The Simpsons. Spider Pig
No,
does
I get
whatever a
it.
Spider Pig does.
But this guy's totally I thought about it like he's in heaven.
Oh shit!
He's
I didn't even think of that.
running.
It's like running
through
it
the
up.
clouds. Yeah.
Like the last time. Oh shit! No, I didn't think of it like that. Mm.
Yeah, he's really out here. This dog really out here.
I'm sorry.
This time's so
Oh my
fast.
god! Time is bad. My alligator looks like a clown. Oh my
I'm pretty
god.
proud of my drawing, not gonna lie. Ready?
I don't know. I think I really deserve that B plus in art. I'm really looking bad. Oh my god. Like,
You weren't kidding about the blobs.
that's what I'm saying.
Wow, that penguin mean, yo, faster, like. Also, what wave are they? What wave are they like surfing right
I
now?
don't know.
No
why
way.
Why is the alligator? No way. They make their own waves. They make their vibes. But why? Why does the alligator look like a rug? Like, please.
It's a alligator carpet. It's an alligator carpet ride.
No, don't say that.
Okay, you want to see mine?
Yeah.
If I do say so myself, it's pretty majestic. I'm pretty
Okay.
proud of this one. Dog. Oh, it was dogs. I did one dog.
That's really good. You know what?
But he's like about to
I'm
like.
done with this game. No, no. All right, in the comments below, I know I'm not going to ask who won because it's very obvious. Who won in terms of creativity of making up these prompts, okay?
Okay, yeah, that's true. Because my prompts are just animals. They're pretty dry.
No, mine was animals too.
But like mine couldn't have come out
That's
the way
a
that they did if you.
good one. I should frame that.
I can save them
Oh my,
actually.
I'm going to save the gift. Yeah, please don't save that penguin. I feel like someone will use it against me in the future. Oh my god.
Oh, saved it.
No.
Tune in
People
next
just
time.
like, subscribe. Yeah, like, subscribe, comment.
Yes.
Turn on post notifications so you know whenever we post a video.
Yeah, and if you
That's all you
don't,
gotta do.
Alana's penguin will come and get you. You know what I'm saying?
Surfing on the alligator, yeah.
Surfing on the alligator.